Oh, hey, Mom, why are so many tomatoes?
Well, Papa, in my dolmio sauces, I use only tomatoes that are ripened under the sun.
Ah, and because they're sun-ripened, these are ready now, eh?
See, and they tell me when.
These tomatoes said they're ready, Mama. They're gonna taste great.
This I gotta see. Ripened naturally under the sun. I'm ready.
When's your Dolmio day?
Heinz tomato ketchup. The best things come to those who wait.
Now.
Ready?
Hello there. I'm Ron Burgundy. Welcome to the news.
Edit cut.
So, what is the future of future of food production, I hear you ask? Yes, well, could it be that Wissington in Norfolk is leading the way? We all know that food production in the UK and around the world is constantly increasing. There are more mouths to feed but less land on which to grow crops. There is demand to mass produce food more than ever. Yes, there's more demand to mass produce more food than ever before and use all resources more effectively, keeping the cost down. The greenhouses at Wissington may well be the answer to a lot of these concerns. Now over to our man in the field, Mr. David Orff.
Hello.
Opening up ahead of me is a horizon filled with glass and aluminium. Cornerways Nursery, the biggest single glasshouse in Britain, spanning an area over 26 acres. $25,000 panes of glass. This one glasshouse produces 10% of all the tomatoes grown in this country. It's run by Nigel Bartle. I think he feels the same way about his tomatoes as I do about my pigs. There is life.
The carbon dioxide comes in this pipe running all the way along here. If you actually crouch down and have a look underneath, you can see it.
Oh yeah, look at that. So it's just like a huge long balloon, really.
All we've got over at the factory is a fan that just sucks it out of the chimney, blows it straight across, and if you look, there's little pin pricks in it, and they let the carbon dioxide out for the plant.
You hear it hissing, it's like a slow puncher or something.
Yeah, it rises out through there, through the plant, they take it in through their leaves and convert it into tomatoes.
Nigel's taken advantage of a fascinating relic of evolutionary history. He knows his tomato plants can make use of more carbon dioxide than they normally get. Plants evolved at a time when CO2 levels in the atmosphere were much higher than they are now. So give a tomato extra carbon dioxide and you get extra growth. Nigel's getting more and bigger tomatoes, doubling his yield. And because the plants are using the extra CO2 to produce more sugar, his tomatoes are sweeter too. Everything in Nigel's greenhouse is finely tuned to give his plants the best possible environment.
I've noticed what I'm leaning on is hot, this pipe here.
Well, we've got about 140 miles of pipe in here. It's a giant radiator system, runs up and down these rows, around the whole greenhouse, and that's all bringing surplus energy from the factory as well.
Thanks to a free supply of carbon dioxide and heat, this nursery can deliver high yields more sustainably than any other glasshouse in the UK. They produce 70 million tomatoes per year. Each of these vines can reach up to 36 feet. There's 250,000 of them, and they all need to be individually hand-tended.
It's like going up with the canopy of a rainforest, isn't it? Oh my God, look, it goes on forever.
And then you spring out above it in the Norfolk sun.
Back to Tim in the studio. I hear they make 70 million a year. Really? Yes, and sugar beet waste.
We're live!
Oh, sorry. No. Fascinating. Fascinating report, David. Well done indeed. Now, to go to... So why could this be important for food production in the future? Over to our experts now live in the studio. Why? I don't know your names, that's why.
The glasshouse is stationed right next to a sugar beet factory, which is by larger, and it gives all the glasshouses waste products to make the tomatoes grow stronger and bigger with all the waste carbon dioxide.
This sugar beet factory also produces many different products, such as power generation, bioethanol, sugar, lime, animal feed and topsoil.
Oh, yes.
You want to say, this is all fascinating stuff, but Dave, tell me, have you learnt anything else?
The sugar beet factory produces a vast amount of heat as a byproduct of production, and this is put to use to heat the glasshouse to 26 degrees, which is the minimum temperature for germination and fruiting of the tomato plant. The production of sugar takes place in the autumn, winter and spring months, which is ideal for production of tomatoes in the cooler months of the year when natural heat is unavailable. All tomatoes produced are on the shelves within 24 hours, thanks to first-class road and rail links to the metropolis. There were over 100 hives containing bees to pollinate nuclear flower. Aphids are also used to contain pests and diseases in a natural way, making even more sustainable sense.
So we've learned a lot about what could be the future of food production in the UK, but is it all as it seems? Could there be any improvements? What have our experts got to say on the matter? Right.
No.
There could be many different improvements, such as sunlight, due to the there could be many different improvements, such as increased lighting inside the. Last year, there were many problems with the production of tomatoes due to the lack of light. There was at least a 95% drop. This could be subsidised through new lighting improvements within the greenhouses.
That about wraps it up for this evening. We've just about run out of time. Now we know that tomatoes can be produced using waste products such as hot air, which I'm full of. Now we know that crops can be produced from many waste products from other industries such as hot air, which I'm full of. You stay classy, Otley College, and I'll see you again soon. Now.